Have you ever heard a sound that wasn't there? A noise that chilled your bones? Welcome to Shadow Watch, where we uncover the stories too dark for daylight. Tonight, we're diving into a tale from the heart of Colorado, a place where the mountains whisper secrets. It's called the Phantom Bell, and trust me, once you hear it, you'll never sleep the same. Stick around, because this story has twists that'll make your heart race. Our tale begins in Black Hollow, a forgotten town nestled deep in Colorado's Rockies. It's 2023, and Jack Harlan, a 38-year-old drifter, pulls into town. Jack's no stranger to rough roads. He's a former trucker, now a handyman, chasing odd jobs to keep his truck's tank full. Black Hollow's eerie quiet hits him hard, the kind of silence that feels alive. The town's got one gas station, a diner with cracked windows, and a church that looks abandoned. Jack's only here to fix a busted generator, but something feels off, like eyes watching from the pines. Locals don't talk much, but Jack overhears whispers at the diner. They mention a bell, one that hasn't rung in decades. It's tied to an old tragedy, something about a fire that gutted the church in 1952. No one agrees on what happened, but they all say the same thing. When the bell rings, someone's marked. Jack laughs it off. He's heard ghost stories before, tall tales to scare kids. But that night, as he works alone, a faint chime cuts through the wind. It's distant, hollow, like it's calling his name. Jack freezes, his wrench slipping from his hand. The sound isn't right, not like any bell he knows. It's too deep, too slow, echoing in his chest. He checks his radio, thinking it's interference. Nothing. The air grows heavy, the kind of weight that makes you look over your shoulder. Jack's no coward, but he feels it. A pull toward the church. Against his better judgment, he grabs his flashlight and heads out. The beam shakes in his hand, catching glimpses of frost on the ground. The church looms ahead, its steeple crooked against the stars. Jack's boots crunch on gravel, each step louder than it should be. He tells himself it's just a job, just a night. But the chime comes again, closer now, vibrating through the walls. He pushes the door open, and the smell of ash hits him, sharp and old. Inside, the pews are charred, frozen in time. At the altar, a cracked bell hangs, motionless. Jack stares, his breath catching. It hasn't moved, hasn't rung, but he heard it. He knows he did. Something shifts in the dark, a shadow that doesn't match the light. Jack's flashlight flickers, and his gut twists. He's not alone. The air hums like a voice too low to hear. He backs up, heart pounding, but the door slams shut behind him. The bell chimes again, loud enough to rattle his teeth. It's not just a sound, it's a warning. Jack's trapped, and whatever's here knows he's come too far. What would you do, hearing that bell in the dead of night? Would you run, or would you stay? Jack's about to find out what happens when you answer its call. Don't go anywhere, because this story's just getting started. And the truth is darker than you think. Jack's breath hangs in the air, trapped inside the blackened church. The door's shut tight, no handle, no give. He pounds on it, but the wood feels wrong, like it's mocking him. The bell's chime lingers, a low hum that crawls under his skin. He spins around, flashlight cutting through the dark. Nothing moves, but the shadows feel heavy, watching. Jack's no believer in ghosts, but this place, it's alive in a way he can't explain. He needs answers, and he needs them now. He steps toward the altar, boots echoing too loud, the bells still, rusted, its rope long gone. Yet it rang, he's sure of it. Jack's mind races, piecing together the diner's whispers. They'd mentioned a preacher, Elias Kane, who ran the church before the fire. Folks said he was strange, always talking about judgment, about a bell that called the damned. When the flames took the town, Elias vanished. Some swore he died, others said he never left. Jack shakes his head, trying to stay grounded. Stories don't slam doors shut. A creak breaks the silence, high above in the rafters. Jack's beam swings up, catching dust swirling slow. Something glints, a flicker of metal, then gone. His stomach drops. He calls out, voice rough, asking who's there. No answer, just the hum again, louder, like a pulse. The air's colder now, biting through his jacket. He spots a staircase, half burned, leading to the bell tower. Every instinct screams to leave, but the door's locked, and that chime's pulling him, like a hook in his chest. Jack climbs, steps groaning under his weight. The tower's tight, walls scorched black. At the top, the bell looms larger than it should, its surface etched with strange marks, not quite letters. He reaches out, fingers brushing the metal. It's warm, pulsing faintly. The chime hits again, so close it shakes his bones. Jack stumbles back, flashlight dropping. Darkness swallows him, and for a second, he hears it. A whisper, not his name, but something older, angrier. When the light flickers on, he's not alone. A figure stands at the tower's edge, tall, too thin, in a tattered coat. Its face is wrong, blurred, like smudged charcoal. Jack's throat locks up. He blinks, and it's gone, but the air's thicker, pressing down. He grabs the flashlight, heart hammering, and bolts down the stairs. The church feels smaller now, walls closing in. He reaches the altar again, but something's changed. The pews aren't empty. Shapes sit there, faint, like fog taking form. Jack's mind screams run, but his legs won't move. The shapes don't look at him, not yet. They're still, heads bowed like they're waiting. The bell chimes again, slower, deliberate. Each note pulls at him, unraveling his thoughts. He remembers the diner, an old man's warning. Don't answer the bell, son. It ain't for the living. Jack hadn't listened, and now he's here, caught in something he doesn't understand. He forces himself to move, checking the door again. It's still sealed, but now there's a sound, faint scratching, like nails on wood. It's coming from inside, behind the altar. Jack's flashlight shakes as he approaches. There's a trap door, barely visible, scorched but intact. The scratching grows louder, frantic. He hesitates, every nerve on fire. Whatever's down there, it knows he's here. The bell chimes once more, and the trapdoor rattles, like something's pushing up. What would you do staring at that door? Would you open it or pray it holds? Jack's hand hovers, torn between fear and the need to know. This isn't just a story anymore. It's real, and it's not letting him go. Stay with us, because what's coming next will twist everything you thought you knew. Jack's hand trembles over the trap door, the scratching clawing at his nerves. The bell chimes again, sharp, like it's inside his skull. He yanks his hand back, heart pounding so loud it drowns the sound. The trap door shakes harder, wood splintering at the edges. Whatever's down there wants out, and Jack's not sure he's ready to face it. He stumbles back, flashlight sweeping the church. The shapes in the pews are clearer now, heads still bowed, but their outlines flicker like static on an old TV. He tries the main door again, shoving with all his weight. It doesn't budge, but the scratching stops. Silence hits, worse than the noise. Jack's breath catches as the air shifts, heavy, like someone standing too close. He turns slowly, flashlight catching the altar. The bell's shadow sways, though nothing moves. Then he sees it, carved into the wood behind the bell, a name, Elias Kane. The preacher's name, scratched deep like it was clawed in rage. Jack's mind reels, piecing fragments together. Elias, the fire, the bell, the diner's stories flash back. Half-heard warnings about a man who cursed the town. Jack's no scholar, but he feels it. This place isn't just haunted, it's trapped. The bell chimes again, low, pulling his gaze upward. The tower's dark, but something's there, a weight in the air, watching. He forces his eyes away, focusing on the trapdoor. It's still now, too still, like it's waiting for him to decide. He kneels, fingers brushing the rusted handle. The metal's cold, biting his skin. He pulls, and the door groans open, revealing a staircase spiraling down. Damp air rises, smelling of earth and something sour. Jack's flashlight barely cuts the dark below, showing only stone walls, slick with moss. The bell chimes, softer, almost mocking. He hesitates, but the shapes in the pews stir, heads lifting slightly. They're not faces, not yet, but they're turning toward him. Jack takes a step down, then another. The stairs are uneven, slick, threatening to trip him. The deeper he goes, the louder his pulse pounds. At the bottom, the tunnel opens into a chamber, walls carved with the same strange marks as the bell. In the center, a stone table, stained dark, like it's seen things no one should. Jack's light shakes, catching something on the table, a book, leather-bound, edges charred. He steps closer, dread pooling in his gut. The book's pages are brittle, filled with tight, frantic writing. Jack skims, catching words like judgment, fire, bell. It's Elias's, no question, a diary or a confession. One line stands out, underlined in red. The bell chooses, and none escape. Jack's throat tightens. He flips further, finding names, dozens, scratched out, like they were erased. His fingers pause on the last page. His name's there, Jack Harlan, fresh ink, still wet. The bell roars above, deafening, shaking the chamber. Jack drops the book, flashlight spinning wild. The shapes from the pews are here now, crowding the tunnel's mouth, silent, faceless. He scrambles back, but the stairs are gone, just a wall where they used to be. The air hums with that whisper again, not words, but intent, cold and final. Jack's trapped, the book's words burning in his mind. The bell chose him, but why? He grabs the book again, desperate for answers. The pages shift, showing new words, forming as he watches. You heard me, you came. Jack's legs buckle. The shapes close in, their edges sharpening into forms. Puffle, eyes hollow but fixed on him. The bell chimes once more, and the chamber pulses, like it's alive. Jack's not just in a church anymore. He's in something older, something that doesn't let go. What would you do with nowhere to run? Would you fight or beg? Jack's about to learn what the bell really wants, and it's not what he expects. Don't look away, because this is where the story twists into something you'll never forget. Jack's back hits the chamber wall, the book slipping from his hands. The shapes are closer, their forms solidifying, faces pale, eyes like voids. The bell's chime shakes the air, each note tightening the noose around his chest. He scans the chamber, desperate, but there's no way out. No stairs, no cracks. The book lies open, his name glowing faintly, mocking him. The shapes don't move, but their presence chokes the air, heavy with something unspoken, something owed. Jack's mind claws for sense. Elias's words burn in his memory. The bell chooses. But why him? A drifter with no ties? He thinks of Black Hollow, the diner's warnings, the old man's fear. Then it hits him. A memory from years back. A job hauling freight through Colorado. He'd stopped in a town like this, heard a chime in the night, ignored it. Had it followed him all this time? The bell chimes again, louder, and the shapes step forward, hands reaching, slow but sure. He dives for the book, flipping pages, searching for anything. The writing shifts, letters twisting into new words. Give what you took. Jack freezes. Took? He's no thief, no killer, but the shapes hum, a low chant, and flashes hit him, moments he buried deep. A fight in a bar, a man left bleeding, a promise to a friend he broke. Small sins, but they stack, heavy now. The bell's not just calling, it's judging. Jack shouts, voice cracking, asking what they want. The shapes pause, heads tilting. One points to the table, its stains pulsing like a heartbeat. Jack's gut twists, but he steps closer. The air warps, and he sees it. Not a table, but an altar, older than the church, older than the town. The bell chimes, and the truth crashes in. Elias didn't die in the fire. He made a deal, tied his soul to this place, to the bell, feeding it names to keep it quiet. Now it's hungry, and Jack's next. He bolts, slamming into the shapes. They're cold like mist, but they hold him, fingers digging in. The bell roars, and the chamber shakes, stones cracking. Jack fights, kicking, screaming, until he's free, running blind. A door appears, faint, glowing. He dives through, tumbling onto grass, the church behind him. The bell's silent, but his name still burns in his mind, written in that book. He scrambles to his truck, engine roaring, and peels out. Black Hollow fading in the dust. Miles away, Jack stops, hands shaking. He checks the mirror, half expecting those eyes. Nothing, but he knows it's not over. The bell chose him, and it'll ring again. He's safe for now, but he's marked, and some debts don't clear. What would you do, hearing your name called in the dark? That's the thing about stories like these. They stick with you, make you wonder. If you felt that chill, hit that like button. Let us know you're still here. Drop a comment, tell us what you'd do if the bell rang for you. Better yet, share this with someone who loves a good scare, or someone who doesn't, just to mess with them. Subscribe to Shadow Watch, hit the bell, no pun intended, for more tales that'll keep you up. Next time, we're diving deeper, unless you're too spooked to join us.